Rex Brown reveals Pantera's early years and the Abbott brothers' Loverboy phase. In a recent chat with Scott's Bass Lessons, Rex Brown took a nostalgic look back at the early days of Pantera, the legendary band he joined in May 1982 as their bassist, replacing Tommy D. Bradford and adopting the rockin' moniker, Rex Rocker. Rex, who played in his high school jazz band alongside the band's powerhouse drummer Vinnie Paul Abbott and guitarist Dimebag Darrell Abbott, back then known as Diamond Darrell, shared some fascinating insights about those transformative years. The Abbott brothers were jamming to more Loverboy-style tunes back in 81, 82, Rex reminisced, noting how they mixed in a hefty dose of Van Halen and Def Leppard while still keeping that catchy pop sensibility alive. We had our share of popularity and aimed to write good songs amid all that, which was no easy task. But come 84, with Metallica's Ride the Lightning hitting the airwaves, everything shifted. It marked the dawn of heavy riffing and our sound evolved to match that. Rex emphasized how their tight-knit band, all young and bursting with creativity, naturally progressed in their musical journey. After experimenting with a different vocalist for their first 3 albums, they finally discovered the uniquely talented Philip Anselmo in New Orleans, who brought an undeniable edge to their sound even though he hailed from a different neighborhood. The roots of their musical journey trace back to Rex's experience in a jazz band from 7th to 12th grade, where he developed impressive sight-reading skills. He recalled how he and Vinnie became inseparable friends from their junior high days, playing in one of the top lab bands in North Texas, under the guidance of exceptional teachers. Interestingly enough, Vinnie's dad was an engineer at one of the only recording studios within miles, which added some serious challenges to their ambitions. His background was in country music, and he wasn't ready to capture the rock vibe his kids were craving. This clash sparked a little rebellion and angst in those early days as we fought to get the sounds we wanted recorded. Rex's mischievous spirit shone through when he shared a hilarious story from his early days in Pantera. "I walked into my first rehearsal with a 6-pack of Lowenbrow and a cigarette in my mouth, even though they told me no smoking or drinking. We were just a couple of wild 17 or 18-year-olds wanting to carve out our place in the music scene. To do that, it meant endless practice and learning everyone's songs. My sister was a great music influence since she was 17 years older than me, and I dug through her records from the Rolling Stones to the Beatles to hone my skills. I was originally a guitar player, and they wanted me to bring that talent to our lab band. I was also itching to join the drum line. Music was my life from 7th to 12th grade, that's all I took." Rex recalled the struggle Pantera faced in establishing themselves, revealing that they were turned down a staggering 28 times by major record labels before they finally secured a deal with Atco Records for the release of Cowboys From Hell in 1990. "It was a tough road filled with hardships, but I always felt things happen for a reason. Sometimes being in the right place at the right time means having the perseverance to see it through. Despite the setbacks, we were crafting incredible music, and our chemistry only grew stronger. By the age of 25, we finally had our major label deal." Despite the odds, Rex and his bandmates began to hustle, selling their cassettes at local shows, racking up an impressive 46,000 copies straight from the back of their car. That got the attention of record labels who quickly realized they wanted a slice of the pie, he chuckled. But once we got our foot in the door, we knew the real work had begun. Selling ourselves to radio stations while still keeping our melodic roots from the 80s alive in our new sound was no small feat. Even a track like Fucking Hostile might come off as intense, but at its core, it's got that pop sensibility. It was unconventional but so powerful, and Philip and I still carry that spirit with us. Fast forward to today, Pantera is set to hit the road this summer with AMON AMARTH for an amphitheater tour across the U.S., starting July 15th in Burgettstown, Pennsylvania, and wrapping up on September 13th in West Palm Beach, Florida. Featuring classic members Phil Anselmo and Rex Brown, along with Zakk Wylde on guitar and Charlie Benanti on drums, this tour is a celebration that honors the memories of late co-founders, Vinnie Paul and Dimebag. The past saw Vinnie and Anselmo navigating a rocky relationship, particularly after the tragic loss of Dimebag in 2004 when a gunman claimed his life on stage. Vinnie held unspoken grievances towards Anselmo, which were only exacerbated by the band's split in 2003 and suggested accusations about Anselmo's comments potentially provoking Dimebag's killer. As Pantera continues its journey, the legacy left behind by Vinnie and Dimebag remains a powerful testament to the passion and resilience that forged this iconic band.